If you have an interest in Southwestern art with a distinctive new flair, the work of Eason Eige will definitely draw you in, and he is joining us this morning. You brought in some incredible work, Eason, and it's beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
So you describe your work as a new art of the Old West, which I think is so very cool. And looking at your art, you can't nail it anymore on the head. So can you describe your work and your process?
Well, the university sent a team of people to look at my paintings one day, and I brought out a large cactus painting, and they said, "That's it. It's a traditional subject, but it's a modern painting." And that's what we're looking for, and we want it. So it's currently hanging in the student support building at the university, and it's a large cactus painting. I've been painting the cactus in front of the church in Old Town for, I guess, maybe 10 years. It continues to interest me because the light changes constantly.
Sure.
The everyday, you know, the temperature changes. The pears come out, they bloom. The blooms go, the pears change color, they fall off, and everything changes, you know.
Right.
So it continues to be interesting as a subject.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so we've got an example of your work here in the studio, and want to talk about it here. So this, let's start here. This is the first of a series of 4, and the series is called The Seasons, is that right?
The 4 seasons, right.
Okay, so we're looking here at spring, is that correct?
Yes,
okay.
that's spring.
Okay. And so describe a little bit of what we look at in this series. So we've got spring starting there. So tell us a little bit about this series.
Well, first of all, I work in series most of the time because I learn more about painting by doing that. The series idea was perfect for the 4 seasons, and you can paint the same plant over and over and over again and see it differently and feel it differently. Based on the time of year and the light and so on. And so the seasons paintings reflect that.
Yeah.
They're very different from one another, but they're all painted from the same plant,
subject with different
which, by the way, is,
perspectives.
I'm told, the most photographed plant in New Mexico.
Is it really?
Yeah. So
Wow. How about that?
now it's going to be the most painted
Yeah, right.
plant in New Mexico.
Well, so you work as a curator, obviously a writer, an educator, a painter, or sorry, obviously a painter and a writer. So what inspires your work as an artist?
Oh, that's a big question. I didn't paint for a long time because I was so involved in museum work. And, you know, you'd go to the studio and paint till 3 in the morning and then show up at work the next day and be unable to function because you're so tired. So I didn't paint for a long time. When I retired from the museum work, it gave me time to paint. I paint every day. Sometimes I get up at 4 or 5 in the morning and paint. It's a wonderful time to paint.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
But I'll start a painting, for example, the cactus paintings, I'll go over and sit there and rough out the painting, get the value system established, and then I take it home, and there's no telling what it'll look like when it's finished. It could change totally. What starts out red can end up orange, blue, green. You don't know.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Well, so we've also here, fortunately, in the Two Casa studios, every morning we've got this beautiful series. I want to take a look at this. This is the Hat series. And just a little bit about this series.
Well, it was January, and it was really just too darn cold to go sit out on a cement slab and paint the cactus in front of the church. So I'm looking around the house, and I saw my hat sitting on a chair with a lamp next to it, and the light made the hat kind of dramatic, and it was, suddenly it occurred to me that I could be painting those. So I did 18 paintings of hats.
No kidding.
Had a show in Old Town. It was very successful and fun. Everybody had a good time.
That's
people wore their favorite hat to the show.
Oh, that's
great.
Know,
it was fun.
That's great. Well, speaking of shows, just really quick, because you have one opening Thursday.
I do.
At the Chemo Art Gallery in downtown Albuquerque. What are the details on that?
Well, they're all new paintings. They open Thursday night from 6 to 8 on the 5th of December. That's Thursday night, the 5th, from 6 to 8. And they're 15 paintings. Only one cactus painting.
Only one cactus.
It's a whole new body of work, very different from what I've done in the past.
So fans of yours are going to be
I
surprised
think
at
they'll be surprised.
this exhibit, this gallery.
I have no idea whether they'll like them,
That's not. Yeah, you just present it. You know,
Yeah.
you can't affect their
Yeah,
judgment of it.
you
Well,
just-
I'm looking forward to seeing it because, like I said,
Great.
it's I love seeing it every morning, seeing your work. Eason,
Well,
real pleasure to meet
thank
you,
you.
sir.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. All right.
And thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll be right back, folks.